I said, I mean, I don't know, it's a blessing in disguise. I mean, really, the way I've taken to cooking is a added skill set that I've had, honestly. My life journey has been, I would say, quite interesting because I did a fairly basic BCom. I mean, I was gonna do BCom, then I went on to do law and did fairly well from a very good college, and I did well also in my academics. So in 2020, my sister and I, we started this bakery called Callista. Did fairly well selling gourmet cheesecakes in the whole of Calcutta. It was a home run bakery. My sister being the architect of it, I was just giving her the helping hand. And that is when I realized serving people is what I really like. Serving people is hospitality. And that is when I started looking for colleges. Obviously the EHLs and the other colleges were there, but I actually wanted to understand the ethos of hospitality in India from an Indian college. And here I am, having done my postgraduate course, and I'm loving every bit of it. I was doing this part-time bakery thing when I was still working. So I was still a little bit iffy whether I should completely change or not. And that change was not easy. I mean, I had sleepless nights thinking, because I was leaving a very comfortable setting back at home, you know, like taking over the reins of my dad's, IT empire or whatever. But it was not what I wanted. And I didn't want to fake it. I didn't want to take that company and bring it back down. So I would rather do something and fail at something that I wanted rather than be a mediocre person at something I did not like. And there's a principal reason why I even left law. I would be mediocre at best. Here I wanted to be the best. Because I wanted to be the best, I came to the best. That's why ISH. At the time of joining this course, was already 25. I didn't have the luxury of time in my hand. So I needed a quick but impactful change. And that's where PGP and that's where ISH came into the picture. In my opinion, as I did the research, and thankfully I'm right, is that ISH is not a run-of-the-mill hotel industry school. It's a hospitality B school. So it's a business school like any other B school with the ethos of hospitality, catering to the entire service economy. I also wanted to go to a college which catered to the entire experience economy, not just one industry, because I wanted to understand business as a whole from the context of hospitality. And ISH was a perfect fit. So that's why I came here. I mean, you're learning data analytics, you're learning finance, you're learning marketing, you're learning sales. You have an entire module on entrepreneurship where you have to build a business case. So all of these things are very typical of any business school. But you're doing that with customer centricity at the center of everything. You're doing that whilst you understand consumer behavior. I mean, these subjects are also there in a typical IIM or any other, even a Harvard, right? But the ethos is that of hospitality. It's of experience. I mean, from the goods economy to the commodities economy to the service economy, now we are in economy 4.0, which is experience. And ISH is what's needed because they are trying to make business leaders for the experience economy. And through the course of the pedagogy, the 6 months, grueling as it was, I understood a little bit, and obviously I will as I go on and work. I came here in my postgraduate degree. I already had the luxury, or rather the privilege, of being in the same class as an entrepreneur like Yuvraj Kohli, running a world-famous brand like Moti Mahal. They have restaurants in New York, London, Paris, and obviously a flurry of restaurants pan-India. The learning that I had from him, being my peer, was immense. And one thing which completely stood out, and that is, I feel the hallmark of any good college with a good postgraduate degree is the kind of diversity it brings in the cohort. So we had an Aisha Askari coming from Mumbai, from the St. Xavier's College. There was me from law. There were people from English literature. There were people who had done diverse things before they came here. So they brought diverse skill sets, different viewpoints, different perspectives. And as a result, our cohort had this kind of diversity which is very unique, and it is, the recipe for a very indulgent class. I don't know where to begin. What I was in March when I came here and what I was when I started my internship in October, there was a stark difference, and that is something my parents noticed, because right before I was supposed to start from the 10th of October, I headed home for some time just to meet my parents, and my dad who is otherwise very critical of me, still is, but he noticed that there was something starkly different about me because I have become more, I mean, what he basically said that my analytical skills have gone up quite a lot. And I told him, I think a major part of it is because it has to do with the kind of activities we did when we were here and the kind of exchanges that we had in class. And now that it's been over a month interning at ISH and the kind of hands-on experience that I've had, courtesy my mentor Mr. Mukherjee and the likes that I've worked with, including you, it's just opened my dimensions, my boundaries are just getting expanded every day because Indian School of Hospitality is like I think it has a very startup-like vibe. Everything new is happening, something or the other new is happening every day. And everyone is trying to grow and grow in an organic way. And there's so much to learn. You're donning so many hats every day. So the learning for me here, working has been immense. I don't think interns get these kind of responsibilities because I interned throughout my law school. I mean, we had a 4-month semester followed by 1 month of internship. So I would intern. I probably had 7 to 8 internships. None of them were like this. I mean, this is almost, it doesn't feel like an internship because of the responsibilities I've been given. It has pushed me every day, and I really look forward to coming here, man. Like it's like I told you, it's a startup-like vibe. Something or the other is happening. It's beautiful. My advice to them would be to ask yourself some very difficult questions, which I did. Like, am I really happy in it? Sometimes people don't really ask themselves these questions because they don't like the answers of it. Because what if the answer is, no, I'm not happy, then what? So my then what was leave. Literally ask my dad that I do not want to continue in this rather comfortable, life, and then want to move out. And then find out which are the. I mean, it could be an education, it could be a change of job. For me, I had to educate myself and upskill myself, and that is where ISH came. And like I said, man, it's like the experience economy is where we are at right now. So gone are the days of just providing commodities, and gone are the days where just because you're providing commodities, you expect the customers to be happy. Commodities have now become a prop. Experience is the real deal. Experience is the king. And that is where I feel a college like ISH is here to stay in the long run, and they will keep producing leaders. Given its ideology, that is where I think the biggest difference it makes.